Good morning, Facebook. Sunday morning, as usual. I'm here a little bit late because I got confused. I don't know. I was broadcasting on the wrong Facebook. So here I am as part of Croissant and Empowerment. And today I have great news. And I will tell you about it a little bit later until I see that people are getting notified and they are actually joining the broadcast. So I wasn't there last week because I was sick, I couldn't broadcast. But in the past 2 weeks, it has been really, really intense. And I am actually I'm learning, I'm in a class about online marketing and developing your business. And let's say that it's not my forte. I don't like selling, but now I'm learning to approach it more from heart to heart because this is really what I like to do. I like to help people. So I'm approaching it from a different angle. And what I wanted to mention too is that anything you do in life, you have to do the external part and the internal part. And going inside and marketing inward, that's really powerful. You need, when you develop a business, to go in and do a little bit of cleaning, first of all, remove or dissolve the beliefs that hold you back, dissolve the mental habits that hold you back. I hope I wasn't disconnected. It went blank and then came back. So in the ideal scenario, I'm live. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. No, I think I'm live. I'm gonna check, guys, just because I don't see anybody in yet. And on my Facebook page, I am live. So I was saying that you have to do some internal cleaning and internal marketing as well. And for you, because if you don't have the right beliefs and the right parameters, the right mental habits, you're not going to go for it. Or even if you go for it, the energy that's going to come out of you is going to be an energy of, it's not going to be clear. It's not going to be focused correctly, and you're not going to receive the kind of results that you are looking for. So that's what I'm doing currently. And since it's Sunday morning and we are having coffee together, let's take a sip and let's talk about your dating life. I know that a lot of people are very intimidated with the world of dating. They either go at it and work a little bit in a way that is counterproductive with it, or they're so freaked out, they're so afraid that they don't even want to approach it, especially if you're talking about online marketing, because this is really a jungle, let me tell you. So what I wanted to say to you, there are ways to feel safer, and there are ways to feel more empowered. And I would like to ask you a question, because there is something that you need to realize before you can do that. Would you, hi Thierry, would you go and leave your wallet with a date that you've just met and leave the room? I can't see your answers, but I know from the talks that I'm giving here around town that it's a no, and that's logical. You have to be crazy to do that. But in fact, you do that with your heart. When you go into dating unprepared, you are leaving your heart in the hands of the other person and they can crush it. You don't even know them. So what I wanted to propose today, since I am a relationship coach, is the first step to go into the dating world in a more empowered and safer way. And that's something that personally took me years to learn and a lot of slap in the face. But now I approach it from a completely different angle, and it's so much more pleasurable, so much more fun. And it's a self-discovery as well as discovering somebody in front of you. So that's what I want to share. That's my message today. And I am actually creating a class and a group on Facebook. If you are in the dating world, or if you know someone who is in the dating world, please share it, because I'm going to share tips and tools to help you feel more at ease, enjoy, and to give you the chance to really filter the people that you really want, to suffer less too. So the group is called Date Like a French Woman, and that's on Facebook. The link is in my title today, so you can go and see that. And today, I wanted to ask you, maybe grab a pen and a paper, or do it in your head, but it's much more powerful if you grab a pen and a paper and you write down your last 3 dating experience. And by the way, what I'm teaching you is applying to any relationship in life, any new friendship, any new business relationship, any new person that enters your life. If you don't practice the right the right tools, when you go about a new relationship, you put your, either, depending on the case, here I'm talking about dating, so you put your heart at risk on the table because you go unprepared mentally. And if it's business, you put your money on the table. If it's friendships, same thing, friendship is a version of love. So you put that on the table at the risk of being crushed. And the exercise that I'm proposing to do to you to do right now, if you have a piece of paper and a pen, is about, I'm gonna give you like 1 minute, and I'm gonna ask you to write down your last 3 dating experiences, a quick description of why it didn't turn out the way you wanted and how you felt. So go for it. I'm gonna time it. And that's really more powerful if you do it, because if you do it in your head, it's not the same thing. So if you can do it now, you can do it later, but if you can do it now, because the rest of the broadcast is going to address the responses. Quick description. You don't have to be super precise. So it should be about a minute now. I don't have the seconds in my computer. I should have set that up earlier. So are those kind of results the one that you want to reproduce? I suspect that it isn't. You can put a comment here if you feel at ease enough to put a comment here. But most people, when I do this exercise, if they are in the dating world, that means they're still looking for the one. And what I'm here to tell you today is that if you think the way you thought and you do what you have been doing, you're gonna create the same kind of results, because we have blind spots. Our mind, our brain is like a horse that knows the way home. And unless you practice awareness and direction, you're gonna end up at home. So you're gonna create the same kind of results. I know It's not what you wanted to hear probably, and that's on a subconscious level. So you may go in at dating and putting the best effort out there to try to be really vigilant. Unless you start changing what you're doing inside your mind and you train your brain to have a different path for that horse, like take the one on the right, create the one on the right, you're going to end up at the same place. And what I wanted to tell you today is that the number one advice, the first advice that I give my clients, my friends, and everyone who asks about dating and he's having a challenge with it, is stay on your side of the fence. So what does that mean? That means stay in your head. Do not start projecting what the other person is thinking, and don't try to guess. Your job is to have one question in mind only. Not, is she going to be the one who's going to ask me to take the trash out 20 times a day? Not this one. Not, does he like me? I hope he likes the way I look. I hope he likes my personality. Not this one either. But is that person has what I want? And to be able to determine that, you have to be present. And what I do for myself when I want to change a mental habit, I put something unusual on me that I will notice when I move, either something that makes noise. Usually I have bracelets. I even have a bracelet with a word on it. Sorry. I'm going to take a sip. To teach me to be lighter, because I tend to be very work-oriented and intense and deep. So keep in mind, does that person have what I want? Because the problem is that the way that they describe love in our society is misleading. They focus on the physical attraction of love. And of course, you need to be attracted, but that's not the main component. That's not the number one. And when you focus on that, you can go in directions that are not the best for you. You need to approach dating as if the goal of the meeting that you're having wasn't dating, but was, do I want to be friend with that person? Because a real love relationship, a solid one, the foundation of a solid love relationship is friendship. You, before even thinking about the attraction, before even going is love at first sight, maybe it exists, but that's dangerous to go with those parameters in mind. Go with the attitude of, if that person wanted to be my friend, would I let him or her in my life? Would I like spending time with them? Do they have what I like? Do they have what I want? Are they honest? Are they, depending on what your list is of qualities that this person has. That's how you need to approach, because each person in front of you is a teacher. The world is a mirror of what you have in mind. It's a mirror of your beliefs and your models. So approach that, first of all, that each person is a teacher. And the second thing is, each human being is a gift. So start discovering, be like a child. It's not about being goal-oriented all the time. It's about being in the present moment and enjoying yourself. Enjoy, because you're going to have to kiss a few frogs before you find the one. So enjoy yourself, relax, unwrap the present that you have in front of you and see where it goes. I know for me, in my dating life, I had dates that didn't end up going in the romantic way, but I had discussions and evenings that were really nice. You really discovered someone, you spoke about something that is of interest to both of you, And it's a moment in time that you spend with another human being that you may never see again, by the way, but it's still a gift from life. So when you approach dating from that angle, everything changes because you cannot lose then. It's not about, I wanted to find a partner, or bummer, this one is not the one again. It's about, I had a nice evening with another human being. I learned something about myself, because the relationships are always the best reasoning, I think I'm doing Franglish, sounding board for who you are. And I had a nice time. And that person will come whenever that person will come. So that was my tip for today. And again, if you are interested in tips and tools about dating, join my new Facebook group, Date Like a French Woman. I put the link in my title, so join it, because every week I will be broadcasting, and if you have questions, you can ask them here. You can contact me privately if there is something you want me to talk about relating to dating and relationships, and I will address them. So join the group, and I'll be here next week. And next week we're gonna talk about healing a broken heart. Even if it has been a long time and you're still carrying a little bit of sadness, that's not something that disturbs you in your everyday life, but something that you're dragging with you, come next week and pay attention, because I'm going to share some tools. So I'll see you next week. And until then, have a wonderful week, and don't approach life like as a goal. Approach it as an adventure. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. And share, if you like this broadcast, share it with your friends, your family, anyone that you know that is dating. Bye for now.